There is a series that I thought was pretty good, like for the from the beginning to end, but there was only like a couple of cons I will give the final season. Sherlock, the as a modern version, and that was so awesome. I really enjoyed this whole series. What I thought was really cool about it was, like the cases that Sherlock and John would tackle together. That they were very fun to watch. In every episode. And when it came to the final season, it was, well, the whole time the show had been building up to a crazy twist, right? But I felt like the problem with season 4 is that they chose the wrong villain for the final season. And there are two reasons why. And I really thought it was a build up to something. And I'm sure that some of you guys already know what I'm going to be talking about right now. I've seen so much discussions about online before the final season came out. It was crazy. So there was an ongoing joke between Sherlock and John throughout the entire 4 seasons, and it's never twins. See, John is pretty smart in his own way, but Sherlock always kind of dissed him a little bit over time, and John always believed in some cases maybe twins were involved, right? And Sherlock would always tell him it's never twins. I really thought that scene, those scenes they kept doing over and over between them, that in the final season there was going to be a crazy twist with like a twin reveal. And I thought maybe it was a possibility with two characters they could have done that with. The first one is obviously Sherlock's arch enemy. Um, this guy, oh my god, I was trying to remember his name. How do you say it? Moriarty. There you go. This dude I thought was gonna have a secret twin brother. And the reason why people just talk about this theory too is because when they run into each other in some parts of the show, right, in the first 2 seasons, he comes out very different as Sherlock in some part to me. Like, in some parts he was very calm, some parts he was a bit nuts. I really thought maybe it was twins working together to take out Sherlock, and it turned out no, that was never the case. So I was just like, okay, that twist has gone down the drain. Another one was the secret brother theory. So in the Sherlock show, well, not Sherlock, sorry, the other brother, I'll say Mycroft, he would mention something about Sharonford, right? A secret brother, a secret sibling. People believed, it's gonna sound nuts, I really thought it was gonna happen too, that Sherlock had a twin brother. I really thought that was gonna be the twist. And it turned out to be a sister, which I'm like, okay. But the reason why I was a little bit like, oh, with that twist is because I feel like they didn't really do a good job with the sister reveal because they did it in the final season, and I feel like if they had been building it up, just giving out small little hints here and there, that would have been a cool reveal. But I felt like they didn't really do a good job there. And sure, she was interesting, but I felt like that it could have been a bit better. Um, because again, I feel like they chose the wrong villain for the final season. If it had been a twin brother Sherlock or maybe his arch rival, that would have been pretty cool. But the sister reveal wasn't really done that good. I felt like if they had been building it up more, it would have been more like cool to have seen that reveal. But she was pretty good. The actress did a good job, I'll say that. But I don't know, I was a bit iffy on it. I mean, the final episode was pretty great. The final problem was very high, like very high tension. It was great. Um, I don't know. I did like it. I did. I just felt like they could have done a little bit better with the reveal, with who it could have been and all that. But honestly, I did enjoy the final season. I mean, I did like the actors. Again, the actors, they really do make Sherlock shine. The whole TV show, they are fantastic actors, all of them. Like, they really do make their characters shine. And I think that's why the final season did work in their favor because, again, the chemistry the actors all have with each other is so good that the final season did work in its own way. I think that's why it was still good to me. But yeah, I'm very curious to hear like your thoughts on the final season of Sherlock. I know it's old. It came out in 2017, but you know, I think it's a pretty good ending. I didn't really see anything wrong with it that badly. If I was to rank it, I would probably give it a 10 out of 10. Like, it's better than what I give in other TV shows, I'll say that. Because, man, their finale, I've seen a lot of crappy finales in my life, and that was one of the few that I was like, okay, they didn't mess it up too badly, so maybe a 10 out of 10 is pretty decent. Okay, guys, I'll see you with a brand new video very soon. Peace out.